Right. Hello. 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 Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear? Oh my God. Happy birthday to me. Let's get that out of the way. Thank you very much. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer. Uncooked, because this show is unprepared, unplanned. It's a mess. It's a mess. Is basically what it is. I spent 15 pounds to get pictures of me done, to apply for a British passport, and now I'm thinking against it. Really, it costs £1,700. 70. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's any. I don't know. I just want to be part of the community. I don't want people to. I don't want to be kicked out of the country. I don't want to discuss it. I don't want to discuss it. Echo still. Hold on. I don't want to discuss it. I don't want to discuss it. Echo. Here we go. That's why. Um. Is there an echo now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, Keith Bexley is here. Chartel is here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Chartel. There's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Darklands is here. There you go. Happy birthday, Lou. To me, that's my name, Lou. Don't be call me Lou. Turn the mic. Okay, yes, turn the mic up. I recorded the radio show today, and the mic kept on going off. Kermit, good to see you, Kermit. Who else? Scott, MC Scott is here. Elite Elixir is here. Joe is here. Claire, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe is here. And so it's good. We're all coming in. Thank you very much for coming. This is a new day. It's a new day. It's springtime. We're getting started again in being an amazing show. Let's just see if this thing works. Here we go. That's right. I'm moving in phrase. Lucy Van Pelt. Happy birthday, Lewis. Oh my God. With a present and a happy face, I guess. And Lucy always speaks in emojis. Like I understand what the hell she's talking about. I mean, it's nice. Emojis are nice. I remember when there was one emoji. A thumbs up. Was that the first emoji? I don't even remember what it was. Or maybe it was the smiley face. Claire says hi to Lucy. Chartel says hi to Lucy. Claire says hi to Keith. Joe says hey to Lucy Van Pelt. So we're all saying hi. Keith says hi to Claire. We're all saying hello. I've had four or five cups of coffee today. But I've also been taken out. I was taken out to breakfast with my beautiful, beautiful son. He took me out to breakfast. That was so nice of him to take me out to breakfast. And we had a lovely, lovely breakfast. I had 2 pieces of black pudding, a pork sausage, 2 pieces, or 1 piece, maybe 2 pieces of bacon, 3 eggs, and some, like 1 slice of bloomer bread with no butter. And it was a good time at the cafe. I got a chance to yell at the guy for serving horrible vegan butter. Was it vegan butter? I think it was vegan butter. He was quite pleased with himself for serving vegan butter. Yeah, Lucy Van Pelt says, hey, Joe. Hey, Chartel. Hey, Claire. That's really great. Have you changed to live chat? No, I have not, Keith Bexley. Thank you very much for saying that. So now we've changed it. I've been drinking. I made myself a citrus lemon vitamin C drink. Because it's my birthday, and I'm going to get yelled at. The classic smiley dates to 1963 in Worcester, Massachusetts, when graphic designer Harvey Ball was commissioned by the State Mutual Life Insurance Company to create an image to boost staff morale. I did not know that. That sounds almost believable. Vegan butter sounds like it must taste SHI. I didn't, you know what? I've had it there before, and I said to myself, I don't want to have bread if it's going to be margarine. He said it was margarine, but I think it was vegan. Producer,
yeah.
Do you remember he showed us the package of the butter spread?
It was vegan margarine.
It was vegan margarine.
It's fine.
Which means it had no butter at all. It wasn't.
It's fine.
It's not fine. It isn't fine. My son doesn't care. He eats like this just to annoy me. He does it to annoy me. Oh my God, Chartel says. Myself and my partner Jay were walking to shops yesterday when a woman walked past us and stopped. She said to Jay, I might have prostitute tits. She said to Jay that she might have working girl breasts, but I haven't had sex in 11 years. So this lady said Was she an older? What was her story? Did she look lonely? You should give her my number. I was then taken by Acid House Scene. It was then taken by the Acid House Scene in the 1980s. The smiley face. I mean, there's always one of these stories. You know, like the I Love New York story was done by a guy that I have met. You have to say, can I have a look? You have to say, can I have a look? And then when he gives you a look, throw it out the door of the cafe. I mean, yeah, it's a random moment that some woman comes up and says she hasn't had sex, and it can drive a woman crazy. It can drive a woman crazy, but I mean, it's not that hard for women to have sex. Maybe it is. I've been watching lots of videos like this because they're looking to be in love. They're looking to be in love. And then what happens? They're not looking to be in love, and men think, holy cow, I got to stay away from this. She was offering it to him, says Shortell. Yeah, well, was she pretty? Was she pretty? I mean, when a guy throws it at a guy like that, the guy thinks, holy cow, this girl could be crazy. This could be like a Me Too incident. This could be a bunny boiler thing. Women can be dangerous. I hate to say it. I know I shouldn't say it. But women can, let me put this in the center there. That women can be dangerous. It wasn't me. I'm still in Portsmouth, laugh out loud. You know, I don't know what it takes. It's hard as you know, as I'm not going to say as we get older, because I'm an internationally famous TV star. So I'm, international. Let me fix my hair so you girls love me. Very pretty, actually. Very pretty. Actually, very 1950s. Very Marilyn Monroe. Okay. Maybe she's had sex and was just lying about it. Maybe that's how she just annoys women. Because did you find yourself annoyed by that, Chartel? Do women's nipples react to vegan margarine as they do with butter? Reuben! Bad Reuben. She probably wasn't pretty if she's not have a shag for 11 years, says Claire. I don't, you know what it is? Oh, yeah. I mean, no. You know my saying, which is for every girl with no arms, there's at least one guy with no legs waiting, basically. All about choice, fellow angels. It's all about choice. And a lot of women they can be very picky, I guess. And when they're not picky, it's very scary for men. Laugh out loud, Lewis. What did I say that was funny? No, Lewis. It was like, what the F? Yeah, because women don't normally talk like that. And men don't talk like that either. No man says, wow, you're really pretty. I haven't gotten laid in 7. They wouldn't say that. Would they say that? Keith Bexley. Wow, Freudian slip. Why is that a Freudian slip? Who is that a Freudian slip? I won't mention the yogurt then. Oh, okay. I mean, I think it's a waste of food to put it on, to put it in bed. Food is always the reward for having sex. Not that, anyway. Paul Yoward is here. And he says, hello, Chartel. Did you see Paul on the show? Reuben, damn now. Now I want a yogurt raisins. Yum. What? Did I miss something here? Did I miss a thing here? Do I sound like an idiot? I missed something. I can't believe it's not butter. Well, it's vegan. It's not and it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Lucy Van Pelt. Vegan. Do you eat vegan food, Lucy? Great radio show. Okay, thank you. Thank you there. I'm still waiting. Is that a Diana Ross song? I'm still waiting. He'd be okay with it if you were using pizza crust. Doesn't mind washing. He'd be okay if you were using pizza crust. Um, Funny scene with Alan Partridge, and he objects to chocolate. Stress in bed. Chocolate. Stress in bed. What are we talking about here? Hey, Paul, great show. I've learned much about clocks and the sun. Yeah. I mean, I'm against this changing the time. And maybe it's a good thing. It keeps us on our toes during peacetime. We think, wow, the time is changing. It makes the day different. Did today feel different than yesterday or the day before? Yeah, it feels different. The staff may mistake it for a dirty protest. What chocolate? Chocolate in bed, like Amber Heard. Poor Amber Heard. She's such a lovely girl. She's like a lovely girl, and then she's exposed for who she is. That's some of the scariest things because men are always perceived as being creepy. Women are never perceived, rarely perceived as being creepy, and then suddenly she's creepy because she had her dog poo in the bed and didn't clean it up. I wasn't even embarrassed about it. We hate changing the clocks. Well, I do. I agree with you. Pointless and too historical. Yeah, it's like it's historical. Yeah, I mean, what? Why is it? As I asked, is changing the clocks left wing or right wing? What do you say? I think it's a left wing thing. It's always these left wing people, and I used to be a left wing person. I should be a left wing person. This is why people are so disappointed in me because they think, oh, you come from New York, you're a Jew, you should be a communist, and and all my friends, all these people, or used to be my friends, the people in in who work in the TV or in the movies, they're all left wing people, and they think I have to be one of them. It was a chocolate mousse dessert with Alan Partridge and his receptionist when he was living in the Travel Tavern. Um, I don't remember that. They will start rationing sun soon. Mark my words, can't say Keith Bexley. You know what? You wouldn't put it past them. Would you put it past them if they? Of course you wouldn't. This is what they can do. What they want to do. They want to control our lives. And they want to say, look, there is no God. We're changing the time. Or this is the modern age. We are the ones in charge. Amber Heard was mentally ill, I think. She bullied and ridiculed Johnny Depp, knowing he was an addict. Nasty. Was she mentally ill? I think she's like a typical. I hate to say it, Claire, because you are wonderful, and all the women here are wonderful, but all women are mentally ill. I shouldn't even say that. I shouldn't even joke about it, but it's almost true. They did ration, son, during LD. What does LD mean? What is L? They rationed the sun during LD. What does LD mean, Kermit? Unless you had your own garden. Uh, wasn't there talk of turning down the sun? Well, what do you think they're doing with these sprays? Whatever the contrails. It turns off the sun. It makes things cooler. They believe this thing. They got enough people. They got a consensus. Lewis Schaffer is anti-consensus. Kermit, what does LD mean? Defo, I'm mental. Yes. I mean, all women kind of sort of are. Or you could say that all men are compared to women. I've heard it more likely men are, I say women are crazy and men are SHIT. Lockdown. They did ration the sun during lockdown unless you had your own garden. Yes. Yes, yes. I mean, I'm lucky because I have a little balcony here. But we could go out and the weather was beautiful. Do you remember how beautiful the weather was during the LD lockdown time? It's hard to get women sectioned. Is that I don't well maybe that's true now. Thank you, Kermit, for that information. I mean, it used to be easy. Now it's hard. Same. I may also be hallucinating, lack of sleep wise, as I stayed up until 5 a.m. mentally binge watching and woke at 8 a.m. Why? Why? Because they move the clocks and you think, do I have enough sleep? Do I have enough sleep? Anyway. But Amber Heard really was mentally ill, Claire, she says. Imagine getting off on hurting someone at their lowest point. Her face in the courtroom. The mask slipped. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, very rarely were people studied that closely. And that's what the courtroom did. I watched every minute of that whole trial. Imagine getting, I think because she, here's my theory. She went out of her way to be beautiful. Was she born beautiful? She was probably born a bit beautiful. But mostly beautiful people work at being beautiful. She worked at it, and by doing that, she basically stopped respecting men because men, as we all know, go crazy for a pretty girl. Let's all rush out and buy loo roll. Oh, there you go. Darklands is speaking to Alex. That's Ruben's thing, to get people into a panic. I don't think we're going to have a problem with loo roll. I think might have a problem. I mean, you could feel the whole thing coming. The whole thing coming. And the fact that people are taking the Iranian Islamist side is like, boom, it makes my mind explode. Dark, they're already doing that here. What do you mean? They're already doing that here. What, with loo roll? Dark or the Sun newspaper? What do you mean by that, Chartel? I don't know what you mean. Is Amber a redhead? We're not blaming that. We're not blaming that. Glad it's not just me. I'm intending to try and be more grown up, really. Joe was speaking to Chartel. Ruben, I eat carrots. I mean, I used to eat carrots a lot. They make you fart. Ambers are usually redheads. I don't think she was a redhead. I think she was a blonde. I mean, I don't believe in that anyway. I watched that too, Lewis, says Claire. I loved it when my heroine, Kate Moss, came on the video link and stood by Johnny while looking way hotter than Amber. Nice women are always going to be hotter than the nasty ones. Probably Amber Heard was just so nice, and Johnny Depp was like so lonely. Probably. They talk about rationing petrol and diesel, but I don't think people are panic buying. I think they just noticed it was getting more expensive by the day, so wanted to save a few quid by stockpiling stuff. Is that what you're saying, Kermit? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you want to save money, don't buy vegetables. Don't go out of your, just buy red meat and eggs and hope we have enough fuel to fire the refrigerators to keep them cold. Tinned and dehydrated food are your best options. I don't think so. I think just buy like I have a lot of red meat in my, but not enough. Maybe after the show, I'm gonna go maybe to the shop. I'm gutted that I missed that trial, Keith Bexley. I wasn't interested, but seems like it was a good one. It was really, really good because you felt for the guy. I never liked him, or I didn't hate him. I never liked him though. And Johnny Depp, he struck me as just a nice guy. A nice guy, and he was so, a nice guy. And you wake up one day and you see that this young girl, I mean, that's what happens. Like, because I'm an internationally famous TV celebrity, supporting artist, stand-up comic, is because of that. I've gotten a lot of beautiful, beautiful women to love me. And some of them look at me and they think, well, maybe he's not as good as I thought he was. As you people have discovered by being here. I filled up last week, cost £100. Wouldn't normally cost that much. But 30-pound ration ate getting me to and from my parents' house. What does that mean, 100 pounds? 100 pounds filling up on what? On petrol? Tesco whole leg of lamb. Half price Tesco. Yeah, but is it half price right now? Or is it half price after Easter when they buy too much? I have tins and tins of beans because I was stockpiling because of Agenda 2030, says Ron Smith. I mean, beans are good, but they're not, yeah, they're emergency food. Emergency food. Tuna's emergency food. Sardines, emergency food. Spaghetti, emergency food if you have to. If you get veg in water in this can, use pure water to rehydrate dried noodles. Pure water. Well, you should use pure water. Oh, Sainsbury's and all. What about Sainsbury's, Shortell? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up with a laughing face. Johnny Depp had an alcohol and drug problem, a well-documented history. He did not have a documented history of violent outbursts. Not a single one was directed against a woman. So he didn't. He was basically the thing that was shocking about this. Don't get me started, Lucy. Okay. What really got me on the trial is he was just so he was a whimpering simp. He was like Lewis Schaffer. Is like, yeah, I'm all brave and manly here, but you get me home and I'm crying and I'm weak. I was called that just the other day by somebody. She said, "You are weak." I'm weak, and Johnny Depp. I know you think if Amber was a bit mental, he probably drove her to it. Yeah, you could believe that shit. You could believe that shit. She was you know what it was? It wasn't that she was that bad, but she accused him of horrible shit. That's what the problem was. That's what I mean, she was bad, but she accused him of being, like with me, when I was Me Too'd, what they said about me. And people go, yeah, he's a bit suspicious, this Lewis Schaffer. Johnny Depp campaigned to get a satanic triple child murderer out of prison. He's even friends with him. You know what? I'd have to know what that is. So what? And so what? That doesn't mean he did anything wrong. He didn't do. She was trying to kill him. Literally, maybe not literally kill him. I definitely don't want to starve Keith Bexley, but I feel like we have it too good with food and variety. Never truly appreciate a meal, nor make most of the ingredients. We have food waste, yes. Yes, we have food waste. And what causes the most food waste? Plant-based foods. I know you are. You're Team Amber all the effing way, Lucy. Number one, it's not right and it's not sexy. But it's sexy if you do it. It's understandable, though. Ron, I love pistachio and cashews. They cost a fortune now. Yes, they do. They're really good. Learn to fly. Learn to flycast. Flycast. Is that the airline? Cast Airlines. Flycast. So what? So what? So what? What am I saying? What are you saying so what to, Lucy? Lucy, I never heard about the violent outburst. She lied about him hitting her. She said he pushed Kate down the stairs and Kate totally ridiculed. She made him. I was working on a film that he was scheduled to be in, and they canceled him from the film. Canceled him from the film. That's what women do when they want to destroy somebody. They destroy his sociability. It's like what's happened to me. So many of my old friends, I mean, I've gotten a lot, I still have friends, but a lot of my friends, they don't want to deal with me because they think I'm some kind of creepy pervert, because I'm some kind of aurist. Whatever they said about me. Oh, he's a bad man. I don't know. I never heard he was a bad man. Well, he's a bad, then you got to go with it. If you hang out with him, then you're against women. But you're right, Claire. I never heard anything about this. Never heard anything about him doing anything bad. And if anything, he was a weak, pansy little guy, who's trying to be cool by being a pirate. Joe, most people are too shallow to admit to being shallow. That makes you deep. This is what Paul is talking to Joe. I still fancy Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean. I am shallow. Don't kill me. Well, You know, I might not have a large penis, but most women are shallow. Um, I like Johnny Depp because of his eyeshadow. Well, he's an actor. He's an actor and a musician and whatever he. And when you find out how much his mother did not love him, that was the shocking thing. I don't even remember all the instances there, but it was like there. Lewis, you are not a pervert, hon. You just have a sexual appetite. I'm a bit of a pervert, a little bit. Not, I mean, whatever. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. No one will ever know the detailed truth of Depp and that actress. The court didn't buy the story, and I don't really care about these celebs. They are all spoiled. They are not spoiled. That's when you see this. You see Johnny Depp as being a human being, a lonely human being, wanting a little love and affection, you know. And then you see her and how she was like laughing at him because he was older. And I had a young girlfriend for a while. I had a young girlfriend, and you know, I mean, I don't know if she ever laughed at me, but she tried to destroy me. I don't, but I've worked with addicts most of my life, so I felt for him. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Claire, for that. Alex says, you have a high libido, Lewis, from all the protein that you eat. That's what it is. That could be totally true. My testosterone, I went rock hard. And okay. Perhaps Amber could cope with the weird hands. What's the weird hands? Who has weird hands, Vatanai? Welcome to the stream, Vatanai. Hey, and yes, that implies a lot of stamina. No, it wasn't the Johnny Depp saga was brilliant. It basically showed that women can lie too. Up until that point, it's like believe all women, and then you see Amber Heard like lying, and you see her being horrific, and you think to yourself, I'm not going to believe all women automatically ever again. I'm sorry, Lucy. That's what it's all about. I'm taking the packet and the receipt back tomorrow. I'm going to have a replacement. This is what Elixir Scott says. And now I'm not even joking. I'm going to weigh the contents in the store. What are you going to weigh? I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What do you I'm you know, I missed it here. The child killer Depp befriended killed animals and displayed their skulls in his home. He pulled the intestines out of living dog's bumhole. He planned to kill his child after he or she was born. You know what? I don't know the story. I don't know the story, but I know one thing. I don't believe anything. And you know this about me, everyone. You know. I don't believe everything together. I see the lies. I'm reading the Daily Mail. What a bunch of lying, horrible people the Daily Mail is. And you want me to believe because you read something like that. Okay? And because Johnny Depp defended this guy. Okay? Maybe he was sentenced to life imprisonment. It was too much. Maybe it wasn't enough. What is the guy's name? Tell me the guy's name. Tell me the guy's name. I'm going to put this here. I'm going to put this. Whoops. I'm going to put this. Whoops. I'm going to put this in Google and see what Google says. I'm doing this for Lucy. Okay, so let's see what it says right here. Going on here. This is not working. My keyboard's not working. Why is my keyboard working? Keyboard is not working. My keyboard is not working. Here we go. Let's see if that works. Why is that not working? My keyboard is not working. There we go. Okay, can you see this now? Okay, do you see what it says here? Can you see what it says here? Can you see what it says? Daddy Bannister is here. The West Memphis Three. Everyone thinks they are innocent, part of a satanic panic, but they were guilty as sin. Okay, well, you believe that they were guilty. Maybe they were black, and we need to defend them because they're oppressed. This is a bad 50-degree under elite. What are you talking about here? Gavin McGinnis is friends with Jennifer Aniston, and he says her life is horrible. She has to train all the time and can't go out. They mostly have conversations with staff. I missed a bit of this. Thank you, Claire, for okay. Damien Eccles. Damien is not even his real name. He named himself after The Omen. You have a thing with religion, Lucy, I think. I was pretty amazed. P.S. I only waited at... What are we talking about here? What are we talking about, Elite? I can't read what you're writing. I don't know what you're talking about. Amber Heard lied about Depp. That's bad. I expect she was after a payout. Yes, she was. And she was like with the guy for a couple of years. And she's thinking, he's rich, I'm going to get some money. And he just said, no, I'm not giving you any money. Depp obviously loved himself and was always smoking. I mean, he was always drunk too. He didn't love himself. Claire can talk about this. People who are alcoholics don't love themselves. Can you imagine what he must have smelled like? Yeah, she probably was fed up with him too. And she was, their marriage had broken up and she wanted a payout. And when she was like kicked out, she took it by surprise. She says, I'm going to divorce him. He's not going to divorce me. She wanted to be with her young friends. Maybe she didn't find him attractive. Maybe she wanted to be with, she was doing Elon Musk, cheating with Elon Musk. Claire is a communist in Laos. Well, that's a good place to be a communist. I think the replacement pack will be I don't know what you're talking about. Far right from East Sussex. Doesn't mean we can't find love just because we're on opposite ends of the political spectrum. Basically. Is Mom here? Mom is here. Hello, beautiful, beautiful Mom. Thank you, Mom, for my happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. There's I guess what is that, an ice cream cone? Is that a balloon? Is that a package? Well, thank you very, very much, Mom. Chartel says hello to Mom. Hello, my lovely. I'm still in Portsmouth, Daddy Bannister. Old Portsmouth. There we go. She's got shit taste in men because she likes Elon Musk. Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean, she's a modern British woman. She's American woman, you know. But does she have a right to try to destroy someone's life because the guy didn't give her any money? You know. I'm a lost expat here, says Daddy Bannister. No, you're not lost because we know where you are. You're there. Depp reputedly has a house near here. They said it's near Bruton, and that he is seen there and in Castle Carey. Where is Bruton? Do you mind if I look where Bruton is? If you guys want me to unscreen this, Bruton. Bruton is a town of England. Let's see where it is. Oh, it looks like a pretty town. There's Castle Carey. There's Shepton Mallet. There's Wincampton. There's Stourhead. Oh, it's out there. Yeah, it's near Glastonbury. Can you see where that is? Right here. Here's Bruton. Look at all the empty space where they could pave it over and put up a parking lot for illegal immigrants to live. Okay. Daddy Bannister, we do remember you. He makes pizza in Laos. It could be because it's an anagram of his favorite director, Vatanai. Who is his favorite director? Burton, Richard Burton, Bruton. Anyway, him not giving her any money was class. He was prepared for the gold digging. Yes, and he strikes me as a really generous guy. A lot of these super successful people are super generous, super good guys. It's like do you remember what happened with Paul McCartney when he was accused by what's her name of being a bad guy? And the guy was so loving. I could understand it with me because I'm cheap and I'm bitter and angry. But like Paul McCartney or Johnny Depp, I don't see it. What is the place near Banbury, that castle where they filmed Three Men and a Little Lady? Little Lady 2, Ron Smith asks. I don't know where that is. Bruton is where the closed girls' school is. There is a very trendy gallery there called Hauser and Worth. It is now popular with the rich and woke. I imagine so. Trubon. Who is Trubon, Lucy? There is a castle at Broughton. Other nearest is Warwick. Where is Broughton? In Banbury. Oh, it's a great big castle there. Oh, it's got a moat. Oh my God, that is so cool. It's right outside. It's on the way to. Hello. Is that someone at the door? Did you hear that?
I'll get it.
Okay, thank you, Clemens. Broughton Castle. Here it is. Full screen. There it is. This is Broughton Castle. This looks amazing.
Package for next door.
Which next door?
38.
She gets something every single day. One of only 20 to be awarded 5 stars in his book, English 1,000 Best Homes. The house was built in 1306. Gatehouse in 15th century. Most of what you see today dates from the 1550s. Of opposition of Charles I and was besieged and damaged after the Battle of Edge Hill. I love England. I love England, sorry. I love England. That Heather, the ex-wife of Paul McCartney, was an utter Fruit Loop. I watched a documentary where they interviewed people who knew her. It turns out that she lied pretty much about everything. It was an eye-opener. Yes. Yes. His brother is a famous explorer, Fiennes. Ralph, who are we talking about here? George Osborne, says Vatanai, is said to have shagged a waitress in the pizza cafe before his wedding. He married someone from the Bruton area. His wedding in the church there was disrupted by Just Stop Oil. Well, this is what happens when you're famous. Wasn't he, he's a famous globalist. Wasn't he a famous globalist? He wasn't on our side. Was he on our side? And then he became publisher of the whatchamacallit, of the Evening Standard. But I don't even know if they print that anymore. Do you know if they print the Evening Standard anymore? I mean, it's a bit sad. They don't print it anymore. Just stop shagging. Just stop oil. Just stop shagging. Whilst he was shagging in a pizza cafe. What a boy. Yeah. Yeah. The problem is that women take this stuff too personally. And so do men. They take it very personally, especially if you're about to get married. They don't want you to get somebody pregnant and then have to divide up the estate, basically. Am I right? Liz Bentley says happy birthday. Brilliant. Where does she say happy birthday? Well, I say Liz Bentley's book has been released. I went to the wedding of a famous footballer who was caught humping one of the bridesmaids. At the wedding? At the wedding. It's like, did you ever see the movie Loving? It's sort of about that. It's about they're having a party in this house in Westchester County, maybe, or Long Island. A big house. It reminded me of the town that I grew up in. Not that I grew up in that big a house. And in every room there was video cameras, and there was a central room which had, this was 40 or 50 years ago almost, and every single room had a video camera, and they were all hanging out in the video room, which had all the monitors of all of the different video cameras, and the wife was there, and then the wife notices her husband banging somebody. I think it was the wife banging. She noticed the husband is banging somebody, and the party is going on. Do you know anything about this movie? It's my birthday. Yes, it is. I am 39 years old. I'm 69 years old. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm 69 years old. I've got like 2 years left. So she is. The book comes out tomorrow. I shall send a link unless you have it. I do have it. I just spoke to her. So, Liz used to be a regular guest until Lewis tried to get her in his... I did not. But maybe her husband thought I was trying to do that. And maybe he was jealous. Who knows what the story was? She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. Beautiful. Maybe she didn't want him coming to Lewis Schaffer's and be in the same room with crazy Lewis Schaffer. I'm crazy. Claire says to Chartel, Liz used to be a guest in here. She's written a book recently. Yes, she has. She has. Where is my my phone? Where is my phone? Susan C is here. What's the storyline today? We're talking about Johnny Depp, and I'm defending Johnny Depp, and Lucy says that Johnny Depp was a bad, bad, bad man. And I don't believe that. And I was so happy when Johnny Depp, he's still lost. He's lost. He lost hundreds of millions of pounds or whatever. Hundreds of millions of pounds. But he's a man, so, okay, of course he's allowed. This can happen. Because he's a man. He probably did something bad. The book launches on the 23rd of April. On the 23rd. I'm not saying you did, but the book is titled Avoiding Old Men's Bedrooms. Yeah, well. Is that really a book? Now I want to see what that book looks like. I mean, you wake up one day and you think to yourself, I'm old. It's yuck. It's yuck. It's yuck. Oh, you're making that up. It's not really a book. There's no book called Avoiding Old Men's Bedrooms, according to Google. He did it in the toilets, very nice toilets. Who is he? Who is he? I know people in Bruton, says Vatanai. I know the staff at the Chapel, the pizza restaurant. I used to go there in my breaks from work. Yeah, it just seems like a nice place to be hanging out. Definitely not Nunhead. We went to the cafe, my son and I. It was lovely. Did Liz name her book that? Oh, I see, Kermit. We want to see your bedroom, Lewis. No, you'll have to come here. And by that time, the drug, the pills that I've given you, the crushed pills and the liquor, will have taken effect, and you'll be knocked unconscious. Laughing my A off, Kermit says. Everybody say hello to Susan C. Susan C is here. You don't want to see Lewis Schaffer's bedroom. I mean, I try to keep it clean. I wash the sheets quite regularly. I'm a semi-hoarder. Am I a hoarder, producer?
Yes.
I'm a hoarder. I'm not a total hoarder, but I'm a somewhat of a hoarder. There's no pieces of paper on the floor and dirty napkins and no cat pee and things like that. You peed on the rug, says Susan C. Amber shat in the bed. Well, you reach a certain age, and sometimes you can't make it to the toilet as quickly as you'd like. I'm an entry-level hoarder. I think all human beings are hoarders. It's a natural state and event. You get something, you think, I may need this thing. Back in the day, nobody had anything to hoard. Now everybody's got things to hoard. What am I supposed to do with a picture of my beautiful grandfather? Can you see that? That's in Brooklyn. What about this picture of my mother and my father? He was fat then, even. He got fat quite quickly. How bad a hoarder are you, Keith Bexley? Tell us about it. Are you sure the book wasn't called How to Spot a Wolf in Wolf's Clothing? Um, How to Avoid a Lamb in Lamb's Clothing. Or How to Avoid a Lamb in Lamb's Clothing. Uh, are you sure the book wasn't called? Okay, yeah. I'm more loving now than I've ever been, really. Honestly. I have to actually say this. I don't reject people as quickly as I used to. I don't run away from people as much as I used to. What was called okay. No, it was called Keeping Safe from the Shave. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to make you fall in love with me. As all men do. Thank you, Kermit. I have a load of stuff, but my true passion is organizing and storing things so I don't appear like I have a problem. That's a really good point. That's a good point. I've got boxes and boxes of stuff that I don't know what I'm going to do. I went through it and I did throw out. Didn't I throw out a lot of stuff, producer? I threw out a lot of stuff. But I mean, what am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with all this stuff that I have? This is like I was just reading. This is the age when you need to get rid of your stuff. I was seeing what's his name said. Who was the guy? He was talking about going to France to I don't even know what it's called, like places where they're selling used garbage and stuff. Not garbage, but used stuff, bits and pieces of stuff. What is it called? What is that called? I don't know what it's called. Yeah, you've got a passion for organizing. It means you're a step ahead. What am I going to do with my books? What am I going to do? Don't get fat. My health issues stem from being too fat, Fatanai says. Fatty liver, possibly I had a stroke and may have brain shrinkage. Yes, like I did too. I had, okay, wholesale suppliers. No, that's not what it's called, Alex. It's called jumble sales. It's called, what is it called? A jumble sale. Jumble sales near me, London. Um, Fairs, jumble fairs, market fairs. This is at Elephant and Castle. You can buy tons of stuff. You put it in a bag. I've been to things like this. This one's an Elephant and Castle. £2.50 per item. Final rumble late. If you get there at 12, it's 4p. It's a second rumble. And the first rumble is £7 per item. Oh, I see how they do it. Then it goes to 4, then it goes to £2.50. And look at the pretty girls buying stuff. I like pretty girls. And its partners trade. October 25th. That's something that we can check out at some future point in the future. Okay. Vintage wholesale supply. No, it's like a big bill car boot sales like that, like indoor car boot sales. Yes, Elixir Scott. Yeah, Keith, car boot sales. Sandy says happy birthday to me. That's what we're forgetting about. It's my birthday. I mean, I have a really hard time getting rid of stuff. I mean, I got so much stuff, and what, I don't want to throw it out. A lot of times I would bring it down to the charity shop. The pictures you've shown us aren't trash. No, they're not trash. Here's me with Patrice O'Neill and Keith Robinson and Matt um, Lewis. When you said there isn't tissues on the floor and no cat wee, it's like that my house is the opposite, Vatanai. Dirty sheets, pieces of kitchen paper on the cat sick. Is that true? Well, is that true? Like I try to get my son. That one son is pretty clean. You're clean, the producer's clean, and the other son can be, but he lets his place get filthy and then he cleans it up all at once. I've been watching videos. It says you look at it, you put it away. You don't even put it in a place. You put it in its proper place. Haha, the wife's still away then, Vatanai. Yeah, you've got to do it. We got to do it ourselves, especially as we get older. And you'll say, if you saw where I lived, Kermit, you'd say, "Oh, you're a hypocrite. You're such a filthy pig." Am I that filthy, producer?
Yeah.
He thinks I am. I don't think I'm that filthy, and the fact that you say, you've got cat sick on the floor and dirty sheets. Most people don't say that they've got dirty sheets. They don't even know they've got dirty sheets. Basically. I guess I am. I'm trying my best. I'm not trying my best. I'm going to kick it up a notch. I mean, I would like this place to be bombed. No, I don't. I'm kidding. But, they would solve the problem of Lewis Schaffer and his stuff. I mean, it would be bad for I've got my beautiful, beautiful children here. And I don't want their stuff to be damaged. But it might be helpful to me. Everybody, we've been here an hour already. Can you do me a favor? Can you like the stream? Can you like the stream? Can you like the stream? My wife is not obsessed with cleaning. We share not doing cleaning equally. That's very funny. Yeah, you share not cleaning. As long as she's not mad at you, because a lot of times women need clean. They go into a guy's place, they get the ick, and they don't want to be messy. Chartel had a nice hot shower. That's good for your health. I believe that. I'm thinking of the water running down your body. Chartel already liked, so let's already like Elixir Scott. Like it, subscribe. I mean, you're subscribed already. Sandy, Keith Bexley, Lud is here. It's called B&M's. What is B&M's? Oh, it's that discount place. They have one near, in New Cross. Basically, yeah. Anyway, so just press it, Keith. Press it. Susan C. Press the like button. Let's get over 20. I don't know how many people we have liking this stream right now. Let me just see how many people we have liking it. It says 0 here. I don't know how that can be 0, because I'm not reminding people to like it enough, and I'm not doing a very good sales job of it. Basically. We've got 18. Come on, everybody. Let's get in there. Everybody who has, just make sure you press the thumbs up thing, or you press the alarm bell, and then go to coffee. And if you haven't made a contribution this month, make a contribution. If you've forgotten, make 2. Thank you, Kermit. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, buy Lewis Schaffer a cup of coffee. I mean, I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be more organized in tidying up the place. I'm gonna do one room at a time. When my mother-in-law was alive, she came and cleaned now and then. We spent too much time focusing on work. Now I wonder if we were there enough for our kids. Are those two things that are the kids there for you now? That's the important thing. That's how you know if you were enough. I was enough for one of my kids for a while. I don't know. Answer the question. Were you there for your kids? What do you think? I like B&Q and IKEA, but the Lee Valley IKEA shut. Did it really shut? Where is Lee Valley? That's like on the New River up there. LEA Valley. Where is the Lee Valley? It's up there in North. I mean, you wouldn't call it. Would you call it North London? Would you call it that? Lud says, "Hi, Reuben. Who doesn't love a good bargain? We all love a good bargain, and it's really hard for us to say, I'm not gonna buy stuff. It's very, very hard to not buy stuff." Okay. I wish I had a better computer. Anyway, Lee Valley. I think it's good enough. Lee Valley IKEA. It's in Tottenham Store. Tottenham Store, Meridian Water, Lee Valley. Located on Glover Drive is closed. The site was sold. The store closed in 2022 to make way for a major regeneration project in Enfield. New housing, jobs to give to the foreigners. Here's a map. You don't need any more housing. Oh, I see. They want to build housing everywhere. Everywhere. We need industrial land. We don't need big stores either. Single room stores and things. Okay, Cardiff IKEA was low sales because too convenient to get to. Because it was too convenient to get to, or was low sales because too convenient. What does that mean? Or not convenient enough? Labour gonna concrete the whole area. Yeah, that's what they do. And that's what the Tories did too. Concrete the whole area. Being present at the birth of my kids and being with my dad when he died, everything else seems trivial. My wife feels the same, especially after her brother deleted himself. Maybe that's what you're suffering, a bit of depression and sadness from your wife. I mean, I believe in being I believe in being clean, but it's very easy not to be organized and clean. But that's sad to hear. Labor concrete everywhere, yeah. They think that the Greenfields are racists. The sales go by marginal value theorem, says Paul, where you spend more in a store due to the fixed cost of journey time. I see. So if it's like right there and you walk in, you won't buy as much as if you have to make, like when I have to go down to the IKEA I don't even know if that's the only one, but there's an like, or if I go to Greenwich, it's very far away from me. And you buy more. That's very interesting. Marginal value theorem. They plan on building a new town on Vicarage Farm. Can we not discuss this? This is like when I discuss things, you say, I don't want to hear about it. Or I don't want to hear about new towns. Have you heard the BBC think we have too many dogs? I'm saying nothing. Yeah, the BBC is evil. Is absolutely evil. And it's like how they got rid of, what's his name? How they got rid of Scott Mills. I don't even know. I never even heard of the guy. But what did he do wrong? What did Scott Mills do wrong? Anybody? Who is Scott Mills? He had a historical sex offense of some kind. Historical sex offense. If you have sex with me, you're going to have I'm so old, you're going to have an historical sex offense. Basically. Even wasps and dung flies obey marginal value theorem, which is if they travel really far to get to a place, they stock up. He is gay, yeah, but how bad is it? Did he like have sex with some teenage boy or something, which he shouldn't have done? And now the teenage boy is shaking him down for money. You know, I mean, that's not right. I don't know. I'm just guessing what it is. Maybe Lucy knows. He's a bad man. That was funny, Lewis. What was funny? What I said, historical sex offense by having sex with me. I'm so old. Since we both have stopped regular work, Vatanai, speaking to Chartel, says, there is too much time in which to brood and to feel sorry for ourselves. This is why I like doing the stream. It's something else to love. Thank you very much. I'm glad you say that. I'm positive feedback is good. It's the same thing for me. What was I doing? Now I'm not doing very much, but at least I'm doing this for 3 hours a day. It is something, but we have to do more. We've got time in between. We got time while we're doing it, maybe, to look around and to put stuff up. I've got a keyboard. Is this keyboard worth anything? Producer?
No.
Not at all.
Maybe £15.
Maybe
less because he drew on it. So
where would it be?
It also was broken. That's why I gave it to you.
I know, but is it worth even though it's broken?
No.
Could I tell people that it's possibly broken? So it's not worth anything at all.
No, it's like £10. Like, it's scrap. You can't sell a broken thing anyway.
Why does it? It doesn't feel that broken.
It's double.
I didn't realize you could press a button and turn the light on, producer. This is an absence lab. Theo Von said something similar about too many dogs. Well, he said we have some ugly women. What does that mean exactly? What does that mean? Will I have to wear a doublet and hose and a tricorn hat to get it on? Yeah, because I'm old. I mean, maybe I just have to be more careful in how I present myself. I need to shave every day again. A list as spares and repairs. Could I list it as a spare and a repair? This is what Alex says. Should I list it as a spare or repair? Let me write that down. Spare and repair. Where would you sell a keyboard like this? Can you see the keyboard? Where would I sell this? Any idea, producer?
You couldn't sell it anywhere other than eBay. It's not worth anything.
Could I get £10 for it?
You'd be selling it like something that's broken.
I'd be selling one that's broken. It doesn't feel like it's broken. It just doesn't feel like
it's broken. It double clicks. Broken.
Okay. When the Park School in Yeovil shut, and I said loads of IT stuff went into the skip dumpster because even though it was not very old, they were considered obsolete. Could you take it out and sell it, though? He said Britain had some ugly women, but he said it with love. And no wonder we had such a big navy. That's actually funny. I was in Wetherspoons the other day, and women were fat. Don't be fat, and the men were fat too, and they didn't even know it. That's really funny, Kermit. That's why Britain has a big navy, because the women, but they may not be that beautiful, British women, but they are generous with their bodies, way more than Americans were. Thing is, Lewis, keyboards are 2 a penny. They're so cheap. That's what Elixir Scott says, producer. They're really cheap. But do you think, what about an Apple computer from let me find it and I'll ask you guys your opinion.
There we go.
Here we go. Can you see this? I mean, it's a nice keyboard. It has this thing. It's old. It's old. Okay. Okay, let me see. Thing is, Lewis, keyboards are 2 a penny. List for £5. Where do you think the best place to list it for would be? Could I list it on Vinted, or do I have to go to eBay? Do I have to, or maybe Gumtree? Where is a good place to list it? Where is a good place? The NHS are notorious for chucking tech away. I'm still using speakers now that were brand new out of the NHS skip 15 years ago, and a few computers too. Yeah. Well, I mean, how do you get rid of stuff? How do you get rid of stuff? This is probably too old. He's doing overtime tonight. Who's doing overtime? Holy F wow, says Keith Bexley. An American diplomat I was talking to on the train said American girls were just total sluts. I could not save up enough money to get to the U.S. I don't think that that's exactly true, really. I think maybe now it's true. Now it's true. They've basically ruled out marriage, ruled out love. They're into complaining, and they want to have sex. So that's basically what it is, Paul. This train journey was back in the 1980s. I don't think that they were as slutty. Maybe he thought that they were, but that's still not like English girls. It's part of the big NHS money pit. New computers every couple of years for receptionists who do nothing on them other than send a few emails. Yeah, there is a death of love out there, is there not? There is a death of love. Thank you, Paul, for using my phrase there, for using the phrase. Facebook Marketplace on eBay. Yeah, you think it should go on Facebook Marketplace? Yeah, I've got Facebook Marketplace. I haven't sold as many things on. I don't even have that many things, but that's where I put big things that need to be picked up. Basically. Diplomat was elderly woman. She was really interesting and had no filter. Weird for a diplomat, really. Maybe that's why she becomes a diplomat, because she wants to be able to control herself. She thinks she needs to control herself because she's wild. So by being a diplomat, she's in control. Free cycle, if that's still going, was it or Spock? Spock. Okay, thank you, Susan C. That's interesting. My wife is often listening in the background and calls out comments like, "What the hell is he saying now?" Yeah, well, it's like that with me. It's like, I say stuff I shouldn't say. Basically, I love my MacBook Pro. Sold my 2 iMacs Chartel. When I gave up my photography, sold my camera also. I spent thousands and gave up photography in lockdown after my dad died. I miss it, though. Yeah, that's why I'm afraid. Oh, look who's here. Joodles is here. They ruled out marriage, ruled out love. They're into complaining, and they want to have sex. You just described yourself, Lewis. Well, that's what men are. Men are that way. The difference is we want to have lots of sex with strange women, but we don't rule out. We've ruled out marriage now. Yeah, maybe that's right. Maybe, yes. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Jules, for wishing me a happy birthday. Everybody, let's say hello to Judels and see what she's been up to, if she'd like to say that. It's my birthday. Yeah, can you believe that? They know it's my birthday. Nice birthday treat it is. Lewis Schaffer, you know what my feelings for Judels are. They're quite strong, so it's always good to see Judels. It's always good. Joe says hello, Judels. Susan says happy birthday to Lewis, and I say thank you, Susan C. Hey, Judels. It is his birthday. We know it's my birthday. Thank you, Keith Bexley. I guess you're making a joke. Paul says hi, Judels. They've ruled out marriage. Yes, they have. I think they don't think they're going to get married. So they think, what's the big deal? At least I'm having sex. Why should I save myself for some man who's not going to marry me? I think that's what they're thinking, basically. Women. I mean, a lot of people gave up stuff. I gave up comedy during COVID. I thought my comedy life was over. I was really proper. Was I depressed during the COVID time, producer? Yes? Yeah. He says I was depressed. I was depressed. Daryl is here too. Welcome here, Daryl. Good to see you. The surgery practice manager told me that they have been encouraged to have new landline phones. New landline phones. It just so happens that the company one is owned by the Sunak family. Yeah, I could believe it. It's all an inside job. Why do landlines. What kind of phones should people have? Landlines. I got rid of my landline. We've all gotten rid of our landlines. But I think you need landlines in the big companies, don't you? Vatanai says, the surgery practice manager told me that, okay, right. Okay, I read that. Sorry, I read that. Lud is here. Look at this. I'm effing stinking. What does that mean? Is that some British phrase? That means you're really happy. One thing about VoIP is the internet goes off, no calls. Yeah, and look what happened in what's that place? In Iran. What happened in Iran? I'm worse, Lud. You're the one in the bath. You're stinking. He's stinking. He's not that. Is that what it means, Joodles? I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. The point is, so you think, so maybe, because I could send this out to somebody, but they might be unhappy because my son says it's broken, but it's not. I've used it. It's not broken, but he's into He's into game playing, all that stuff. He's into game playing. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check it out. Are you going to the SHOP? Where are you going? Where?
The kitchen.
Okay. But I mean, I want to tell people it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Spares and repairs. It's a good spare. It's a nice spare. Power cut. No calls. Yeah. But a hospital, doesn't a hospital have to have landlines? How can you have people wandering around the hospital? You know, getting rid of the landlines is pretty bad, really. Why would you say it's bad? I've gotten rid of my landline. How many of you have a landline? Spells at HSOP, so that his brain doesn't know what he's talking. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to. I mean, he's always lurking around, like a bit shy. You know, he's not like his father, who's like, pay attention to me. I'm bad that way. I'm a pay attention to kind of guy. I couldn't run it on my own, Joodles. I lost all interest in personal hygiene. I'm surrounded by flies. I mean, I don't really bathe that much. Sartell's asking, how have you been, Joodles? How have you been? What have you been doing? Tell everybody what you've been doing. I've got to clean. What I do is I put numbers on the dash on the keyboard, like here. I put it on the keyboard so I can see, because I couldn't see. But now I found out that right here it turns on or turns off. Can you see that? It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I'll find out how much this thing is. I'll find out how much it is. I bought this one, my one, at the charity shop that I go to. They are doing away with physical landlines, Lewis. It's all going to be done through the internet, but traditional landlines aren't affected by power cuts as they run on their own power. Okay, now I understand it. Thank you for explaining that to me. Thank you very much, Kermit, for explaining. We're going to go for an extra 5 minutes because we're so happy to see old friends come in. Joodles here. I'm really happy to see Joodles. And she knows that. She must know that. I hope she knows that. But I'm playing it cool. Can you see how cool I'm playing? It's like, oh my God, Joodles is here. Joodles is here. I thought, whatever. So I'm playing it cool. Who else came in? Daryl? We haven't seen Daryl. Where has Daryl been? Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Lewis. Thank you very much. Where have you been, Daryl? I've missed you too. Maybe Daryl can tell us. We can say hello. Anyway, you don't have to. We're just happy to see you. Big love back at Joodles. Yes, big love. Tip top thanks, Chartel. Lovely to see you all. I have to start driving again now. Big love, says Joodles. She's driving. Oh, okay. You stopped, you pulled over in the car. Okay, so we won't take it personally. I'm going to read off who's been in the stream. And with big thanks to everybody who's been here. This has been a great birthday show for me, I think. I think it's been really great. It's really great. I'm glad we're doing this. I hope you get. I mean, you can't get as much out of it as I'm getting out of it, but you're getting a lot out of it. Okay, Ruben comes in and says 26. Kermit is going over to putting the dinner on. So let me read thanks to the people who are here. 21 is Daryl. And there's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Daryl. And there's Sandy at 20. And John Van Dam at 19. And beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire is 18. Beautiful Darklands, beautiful, beautiful girl, is at 17. And there's Susan Smith at 16. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there's Ron Smith at 15. And Vatanai at 14. Lucy Van Pelt, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lucy Van Pelt is at 13. Luds at 12. And there's Joodles at 11. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joodles. Daddy Bannister over there in Laos. Beautiful Daddy Bannister. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lud. Look at beautiful Lud with her beautiful, she's like a black cat, beautiful. Paul Yoward's at 8. And Joe, Warrior Princess, is at 7. And there's Alex at 6. Keith Bexley is at 5. Oh, look at this. Ruben is at 4. Elite Elixir is at 3. And Chartel, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Chartel, is at 2. And number 1 is Hi-Ho Kermit. Fantastic job, Hi-Ho Kermit. Everybody, if you want to make a contribution to the stream, the best way to do it might be is Ko-fi. I say it's pretty easy. ko/fi.com at Lewis Schaffer. And now let's see who's won the stream. Who's won the stream? And the winner is, it looks like Chartel at 33. I see you, Chartel. Chartel is a winner. She is a winner. Buy the stream of coffee. That would be really great for everybody. I do appreciate it. Anyway, so we'll see you tonight at 10:30. Will we see you tonight at 10:30? I'll see you tonight at 10:30. Everybody, you guys have been amazing. Thank you, Lucy. Have I thanked everybody here that needs thanking? That needs thanking. It's the best show ever. This was a pretty good, I don't know what you call it, a show. Lucy likes when I call it a show. She didn't get mad at me supporting Johnny Depp. She didn't get mad, so that's all right, too. That's really all right. So we'll see you tonight at 10:30. I hope we'll see you. Alex will see you. TTFN, I peeps, says Scott. Okay, I love you. I love you. Thank you, Joodles, for coming in. Thank you, Daryl, for coming in. Thank you, all the beautiful ladies and the handsome, strong, and powerful men. And the strong and powerful ladies. And the really beautiful, beautiful men. John Van Dam, thank you very much. Daryl says she's been listening whilst working, so no time to comment. But the fact that you're here, that's all you got to do is just say, hey, we're here. I'm here. I'm here. And it's good enough. Okay, we will see you tonight at 10:30. And I'll keep the stream on for 2 minutes. So if I haven't said your name and you say, what about me? What about chopped liver? I will say your name. Okay?